Today I decided to make a video useful for each of you about what I would do if I were just starting my way in trading. I will talk to you through very profitable strategy based on two indicators, Bollinger Bands and RSI. If you understand how it works, you will unlock your potential and become unstoppable in trading. So watch this video very carefully, I will explain everything step by step. And let's go! So let's imagine that I'm just a beginner. And what do? The first thing is I will decide which assets I want to trade. And as you see, I have selected lots of currency pairs here. By the way, if you open the list of assets, you know whether currencies, crypto, commodities, stocks, real big not choice, I would say that you have to focus on certain assets. In my case, it's currency pairs. I have been dealing with currency pairs for more than 2 years, and I can say that I'm really successful in this, but you can trade in one trading session with this huge amount of currency pairs. Just focus on 3 of them, and I will delete this currency pair in New Zealand dollar and Canadian dollar. You know why? Because this is flat line. It's really not so suitable for me. I believe that they're much better situation. So what about this one? Just analyze all the currency pairs and keep only best currency that you have on your chart. Just watch through currency pair list and select the best options. So I would say the Canadian dollar, New Zealand franc definitely is good because it is pronounced a downtrend. I will keep this currency pair. And what about euro, New Zealand franc? It is also amazing because this is an uptrend, and I will keep this currency pair in the second place. Yes, what about other currencies? I think I would like to choose something with ranging period just to show you how I would deal with the ranging period. And it will be Australian dollar and Canadian dollar. So, 3 currency pairs, other currency pairs I don't need to them, and yes, let's deal with the list of currencies. And I would start with the Canadian dollar, New Zealand franc. So, this is the first thing that you have to do if you are a beginner, and my advice to you, my second advice is just to choose something that is really pronounced for your first race. Because when you see pronounced trend, just trade with the trend in most cases. But of course, there are some exceptions, so it's better to trade against the trend. And let's zoom out this picture and discuss what's happening on the chart right now. Well, I'm ready to make my first trade here in this trading session, but what about money management? Firstly, study the rules of money management. If you have, for example, $100, just firstly use 5% of your wallet. So $5 on your initial trade will be perfect, and I think I will start with $5 in my investment. And I think, like a beginner, I will do this with $5 only, and from this point be ready for put option right now. And it's perfect. As you see, the price is falling here. My first trade was successful because I just took the decision to trade with the trend if I would be beginner. Of course, I would trade with a small amount of money, so $5 for the first trade is really enough. And dealing with the downtrend with the pronounced trend, just go with the trend, with the general direction of the trend. And that's my general advice to you. So let's try to work out my deposits. And as you see, my initial deposit was really small, but you have to set up your financial goals also. My financial goal today, for today's trading session, is around $2,000. And let's do this, and let's go to the first currency pair, which is the euro and New Zealand franc. And it will be interesting to discuss this situation with you because it's not pronounced. Instead, this is an uptrend, and when you see this is a clear and pronounced uptrend, and you see this fallback of the price has already happened, and the price is trading below this Bollinger Bands corridor in terms of its uptrend. I would say that this decision is really can be interesting. I put here $15. In my investment because my rule is always to reinvest my profit. So here be ready for put option right now. And That's incredible. The price fall down again, and that's because I saw these tendencies, downward tendencies. They were really confident, and that's why I managed to take a decision that the price would go down. So when you're a beginner, it can be hard enough for you to make a decision whether the price would go up and down. But if you adhere to my advices, I promise that your way in trading will be much easier than many people. So, and even then, my way of trading, as you see, I made lots of mistakes. Unfortunately, I lost $10,000 one day. But anyway, my profit is much bigger than my losses, and it's a fact. And that's why I keep going, keep doing trading also. So, let's continue speaking about my advices and what tips I can give you in your own career path. Let's go to my second currency pair. I want to show you how to overclock this deposit even if you can see a pronounced trend. For example, if you're dealing with this unpronounced trend, you see there's a period of correction or in other words, regime period. And we'll see that a bunch of candles is the lower band of Bollinger Bands corridor. So don't forget about indicators. They also give you some hints, and when you see that the candles are below the Bollinger Band corridor, that's your chance. So put here $30 and would make a trade in down direction right now. Amazing. As you see, the price went in down direction, and one more time I just reinvest my profit there and get even more money. So perfect strategy. And by the way, one more advice to you if you're a beginner. I don't recommend to use lots of indicators. Just look, if you put on your charts too much indicators, it will be really messy. Don't watch all these videos on YouTube and there are too much indicators, especially about oscillators. You can't pay attention to all these indicators. Just choose the best ones and focus on 2 or 3 indicators, but not more. So look how messy my chart is looking. So that's why you delete all unnecessary things and keep only indicators that are really helpful. And I'm trading here with Bollinger Bands corridor, indicator, and this channel is not suitable for me, but as for Bollinger Bands corridor, let's look at the settings of these indicators. I prefer changing the period for 20, for example. There are some classic settings of indicators, but you have an opportunity to just adjust the settings to your own needs, to the market conditions. And also doing this, it's very important to set up your indicators correctly, and then they can reflect the current situation on the market. So let's go to the first currency pair. Nice currency pair with downward movement of the price, and let me do here one more trade with $55. As you see, when the trend is pronounced, it's very clear and so easy for me to take profit. So I'll be ready for put option right now. And one more profit trade in my first $100. I think that if I'm a beginner, this would sound like something really huge for me, because making $100 from $15 really matters to me and means a lot. And that's was the strategy. How we can deal with downtrend, it is pretty easy. And if we're a beginner, I would say only pronounce the trends when it's pretty clear for me to find out the direction or the general trend. And this is a downtrend. So just open put option, you will always be in the profit and reinvest your money, and some of your account will be bigger and bigger with each trade. So my advice is pretty simple. Let me overlook this deposit. So let's go to your entry strength. And one more important thing that you have to pay attention to is the percentage payout. So don't trade with the currency pairs that has really low percentage of payout, like 73, 72, etc. Yeah, maybe that can be really appealing to you because you see this currency, they don't have OTC tag, for example, but I would say that the currencies with OTC tag has much bigger percentage of payout, which is more profitable for me, of course. And I'm ready to do here one more trade, invest my $100. So I just reinvesting the money that I get here, and from this point be ready for call option right now. And perfect result again. As you see, this trade was risky enough, and that was one more example of how you shouldn't act if you want to get a really cool profit. As you see, in this situation, I invested my whole wallet, $100, and you see this flat line is going to be here. The market is going to be more risky, and that's why I would say that you never should invest whole your wallet, guys. Never trade with the whole wallet. Just use 5% of your wallet, and not more if you're a beginner. So let me do here one more trade just to show you that how you can use money management rules. I have $200 on my account, and it means that 5% of my deposit is just $10. So right now I want to make a trade only with $10, and from this point I want to open a trade in down direction right now. So that can happen, you can lose your money sometimes if your entry point is not so great. If you're trading in flat line, for example, this is exactly in flat line with a period of correction, and it can be hard for you to trade when the bodies or the candles are pretty short. So when you see the short bodies of the candle, don't enter the market or do this just with small amounts of money like me here. I invested here just $10, which was 5% of my wallet, and you see I still have $198 on my account. I still have money to gain a profit, and to gain profit even much bigger than my losses. So yes, this is a key aspect of why you should use money management rules. And let's go to Australian dollar, in Canadian dollar, sorry, and let's gain a profit here. I see a really nice entry point here where I can invest more, and really like trading in this period of correction with these indicators, and I can easily invest here $170. So from this point something happened with Quotex. Well, okay, let's go to Australian dollar and Canadian dollar again. Sometimes that can happen here, but unfortunately Australian dollar, Canadian dollar is not available anymore. Okay, let's just delete this currency pair, and you have to be ready for all those things. So let's go to Canadian dollar and Swiss franc. When we're having this perfect downtrend. And in that way you can see that something is happening to Quotex or with your broker, whether you have to make a break to put your trading session on pause or continue trading with the situation that you have already on your chart. So this downtrend is really cool. And I'll invest here $170 in that direction right now. That was an incredible trade, guys. It was an example how you can trade against the trend. Here just opposite position in up direction, but really know for sure that the trend is going down in general. And yes, what did I do here? Because I saw that the price is already too low level. Even in terms of this downtrend, it was really a good point from which the price could rebound and go in that direction. So well, let me do here one more trade, and as you see, just two currency pairs here that I was choosing in the beginning of my trading session. I'll put here $310. I'll trust my knowledge. I see that this is a nice moment, and yes, it will be perfect entry point. So from this point, guys, be ready for call option right now. And we did it, guys! Amazing result. As you see, I'm in the profit. The price went in down direction a little bit, and it was a really cool entry point. You see, RSI now is just between 70 and 30 meetings, and this downtrend is really easy to trade. So if you're a beginner, just go ahead and pronounce the trends and keep trading on this mostly according with the trend. But as you see, there are some peculiarities and entry points when you can open trade even against a trend in a direction and gain your profit. So let's check the average Swiss franc. What we're having here, 91% of payout is really good. And I would say that this looks like a reversal because the trend was going in a direction, but right now the tendencies are really for downwards movements. And I want to join this with my $600 because I have my financial goal today and I want to earn around $2,000, as you remember, so be ready for a call option right now. And one more excellent point, guys. I was brave enough to get the first $1,000 and I'd be a beginner. If I'd be a beginner, I would be on the cloud 9 from these feelings. Yes, I will be over the moon from these $1,000. It depends right now. I'm also over the moon because I'm always happy when I gain a profit. So when I get really big money, I'm always happy. And this feeling is so unbelievable for me. I really recommend to start trading to get those feelings and emotions, and I'm really hard on most right now, and I want to remind you about my Telegram channel, about my Telegram community. Link in the description under this video because there I post a lot of interesting signals, tools and tips for all profitable trades, guys. And right now, as you remember, I have a goal. I want to earn $2,000 in this transaction just from $15, and I will go to my common pronounce downtrend, and I think I feel like a beginner. I have to trade only with calm and pronounced downtrend. So how to make money here again? Good entry point when the price is high enough. Let me reinvest this $1,000 that I just earned there. From this point, be ready for call option right now. And guys, it's amazing, just look, $2,000 exactly on the balance. And I reached my financial goal if you're a beginner. And it's not too hard to make $2,000 at least from $15. So guys, I really recommend to try yourself in trading, especially if you will use my trading signals, you will always be in a profit. I wish you only good luck, stay in a profit, and bye bye.